it's your buddy Mikerowchip here playing Run 8
Train Simulator 3.
And this is the A-Line episode 57. This is where we left off because the engine stopped working. For some reason, it became unresponsive. But then after I stopped the recording, I went in and it was like, what the haystacks? And I worked at it. And it seemed if you unrelinquish shit and then take it again, suddenly it works again. Don't ask me. I only work here. Okay, so we are now continuing our job of cutting up the inbound train that came into Pecan Yard and putting down into the GP yard, which is off to the right here, what needs to be put down there. What does GP stand for? Georgia Pacific, big paper company. Here we go. It's in forward. Wait a minute. Engine HUD? There we go. That's what I wanted. Get some. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. So now, of course, I'm trying to remember. What was I doing? No, I think I do remember that. Over here on the right is where all the inbound cars are. And I will sort them. The two far left tracks are the ones I'm sorting. And the ones on the right are the ones that have already been sorted. Now, this should be... Yeah, that's reversed. That's already correct. We're getting late in the day. Look at that. 1812. Wasn't there a war during that time? The War of 1812? I'm guessing, but I think that's when it happened, right? All right, there's all the cars. Can't click on anything. I always forget that. All right, so we'll pull up here. Yeah, I think the far two right tracks are the ones that have been sorted. And I'm pulling the GPs out of these. That's what I'm doing. You know it, mister. Okay, looks like this is green. It's hard to tell when the light's that bright. Yeah, so that's normal. This is reverse. That's where I want to be. I hardly know this beauty at my side. Little Roy Orbison for you. Okay. Here we go. We're going to pull out another 15 cars. Top off. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do the old cheat to charge it. Now, this is 768, and this one is 767. So I got that down, but what is 768? Locals. 767 is Pecan Yards. 768 are the ones going back to Rice Yard. Oh, dope light. All right, where's the work orders again? There we go. All right, I'm looking at my spreadsheet in case you figured it out. Okay, so this is right here. This one is 767. And then this one is 767. Okay, so we gotta back it up now. Let's put the rear light on. Turn off the front light. Put on the rear light. Here we go. Very good. So we're looking for gaps. I don't mean gaps in the cars. I mean the three-letter designation of the industry, GAP. That's Georgia Pacific, which is what we're doing right now. Will I ever be done with this Pecan Yard? I hope not. All right. Here we go. So that's Boz. Here's a gap. What's the one after it? It's another gap. Oh, no, stop. Right, that's how I'm doing it? Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. Okay. Stop it right there. These two are gaps. What's this third one? Just because I want to know. Another gap. 3 gaps. All right, so let's go in here now. And we'll say, set the handbrake. Open the coupler. Come over here. Open the coupler. Close the angle cock. All right. These are both 767s, right? 767, 767. Yep. All right. Here we go. Continuing backwards. Don't you hiss at me. And 767 is a far track, right? Yes, it is. Okay. So that one's set to normal. That is correct. So I can just grab on here, right? Take a little ride backwards. The second switch. Well, technically, the first switch will pass on this track. The second switch in my visual range. Otherwise, that I can see. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Where you at? There you are. Jump back off. Throw it. Nice. Do some 767, baby. Yeah, baby. Put it in forward. Here we go. My flashlight work real well here? I can see it a little bit. Don't need the flashlight. Look at the stars. Isn't that party? Since we've been here, we've had... This is the main line right over here. We've had like 2 or 3 trains pass us. It gets crazy like that. Alrighty. I'm going to admit something to you, too. Playing this many different train games, you start trying to do things in one game that, you know, that you do in another. And then you're wondering, why won't this work again? Like, I want to hit tab to see where the cars are going above. That's Railroader. That doesn't happen here. All right. There we go. Continue. Easy. Okay, it's too heavy. Give it notch 2 then. Notch 2. There we go. Sort of. Notch 3 it. Is this a long cut? It's like a long cut, doesn't it? It's a long cut, isn't it? Okay. Back it up. Can you crouch in this game? I forget. No, the usual control or alt did not cause it to crouch. I want to stop it right about here. I want to see where that car was on the other side of this. Right. Brakes, please. Thank you. This is probably going to have too much tension on it, huh? Oh, yeah. Set the handbrake. Bump. There you go. Open that. Then come over here. Close this. Open this. Beautiful. Then throw it in reverse. We'll bump it. Or not bump it, but pull it back. You know what I want to do now, though, is because we haven't, at least I haven't. Let's fly back here. See how much room we got on these tracks yet. All right, this one's starting to run a little low. 767 starting to run a little low. But the good news is we're pulling these off here. So if we run out of room on this track, we start putting 767s over here, too. Okay. All right, back down. There we go. Let's go get those gaps. Let's see how many gaps. I think there was 3 gaps in a row. I don't know. Keep going. Here we go. Turn on the front headlight there. Why not? Okay. Yeah. Did you may have heard if you watched that other series, the See No Hint, my computer crashed again. It just freezes. I don't know why it's doing that. I thought I had fixed it with my Windows update, but that didn't work. It still does not do it extremely often. But now I've decided, it's kind of foolish anyway. Why not when you're halfway through the video, like 20 minutes in, just save it. Just save it and save yourself some heartbreak. Whether the computer's crashing or not, just to be safe. That makes so much sense to me. Alrighty. Here we come, tanker. Off we go. There it is. Reverse. Should really be wearing some kind of ear protection here. Oh, what was that delay for? I don't know. Did you see that? It took a while for it to engage. Is this engine okay? So again, just to make sure, there's a gap. There's a gap. Here's a gap. We'll have to wait to see what the next one is. And good time to take a drink. Boy, that light really does illuminate rather well, does it not? Okay, what's this? This is another gap. Look at us go. Big ol' wood chip hopper. What's got all these bumps on there for? Why is it all dented out like that? Strength? Could be for more room, could it? What's this? This is a 768. All right, if this next one's a 768, we're going to keep going. Might as well pull all the 768s off together. Of course, might as well just go to the next gap, right? Gap. Okay, well. Yeah, because we want to get all the gaps together. There we go. That stopped rather quickly. Okay, look at this. It's no strain either. Of course, we're coming this way. Let's see. Set the handbrake, open the coupler, come over here, open the coupler, and close the angle cock. And then let's make sure it decouples. Very good. We threw right into not 2 that time. Who do I think I am? Yeah. Well, with that headlight on that, I can't even see it from here, but on that, this is 768, so we're going to that one. Okay, so this one's got to be thrown the other way. With that headlight, you can really see, I mean, switching at night is not a problem. Okay, so we got to throw this one, and then we're going to have to throw this one, right? Because 768's over here. Yeah. Oh, no, that's 767. We got to throw this one because 768's right here. Yeah, it was already thrown that way. Yep. Did a little walking that time. Got a little exercise in, because there's really no reason to get exercise. No, there is. Of course, on the railroad, like I always say, you want to do as little walking as possible because you're going to be doing a lot of walking. Alrighty. There's a lot of room on the 768 track. Here we go. I've noticed out of all the train games that I play and use the rail driver, this one it works the best for. Yeah, because I've been using it now since they came out with the update on Derail Valley, which I'm not doing a series on. And it works. It just doesn't seem to work as smoothly. It's hard to... I mean, it's... keep working. Don't stop working. But here, the controls seem to be much more sensitized to it. The calibration seems to be much more responsive, I guess, was what I mean to say. Where there, seems like I got to crank on everything. Here, I just seem like I just got to barely apply any kind of pressure, and it moves. All right, especially on the independent brake. It's just nice. There we go. Set it, but you can't forget it because you got to bump it. There we go. It's my phone ringing. Stop phone ringing. Thank you. Now open the coupler. Come over here. Close the angle cock. Open the coupler. Very nice. Forward hoe. No. Reverse hoe. There we go. Right now we have 4 altogether. Yeah, right there. Okay. No, that's not it. Do I always got to add these numbers? I guess I do. So that's 4. Looking for 15, as always. Okay. So this one's a gap. I don't know what those are back there, the box cars. I haven't looked at them yet. Probably why I don't know. Okay. Now, I was watching Judge Judy. Okay, are you done laughing now? Why do people always laugh when I tell them that? I don't know. I like Judge Judy. Is it an old folks show? I don't know. Who cares? I like to watch it. So, anyways, I watched Judge Judy, and these two guys were having an argument, and they both worked on the railroad. So it was double enjoyment for me. And one guy said he was one guy parks in another guy, and then they get into this big argument, and it turns physical. Is basically what happened. But the thing that I took note of was the fact that the one guy was on the platform and he was working on the mail car. So I thought to myself, do they still deliver or transport mail by train? So I looked it up, and one of them said definitely no. It was like 1977. Some source said that, they haven't done it since 1977. They don't do it no more. Well, another one said they're now experimenting with starting it up again. So, I don't know, is that yes or no? Yeah, I thought planes had taken over that duty. That's another gap there. Okay. So, I found that interesting. See if they still do. Because I know, back in the 1800s and stuff, that's how mail was primarily transported. They even had mail sorting cars, which I've been into in museums. This is definitely not. Yeah, it's a 767 there. We aren't taking steel coil down to the paper plane. Oh, okay, here we go. This is it. Oh, I jumped out at 5.5 miles an hour. That's not good. So do they still do that? Do they still transport mail by rail, or is it, which site is correct? Are they or are they not doing it? Or does it just, happen to in some areas? Like if they have a train, like a passenger train that runs on a regular schedule, they put some mail on there? I don't even know. Okay. Where's that switch at? This is a cool shot. There we go. Jump off. Got to go here. This was 767, right? No. Wrong thing. 767, which is this one here? No, 768. So we got to run down here again. Throw this one back to normal. Because this is the 767 line right there, yeah. Run back over here and grab on. Yeah, so that's out of that whole Judge Judy case, that's what I focused in on. I've been watching lately. This is bail that out right there. There we go. Yeah. Here it seems like I should just put it notch 2 to get it to move. Of course, you know what I didn't do was I did not switch the engine over into shunter mode. It's in road mode right now. It seems to be working fine. But maybe that's why I got to put it in notch 2, because the torque is not as high. Okay. Here we go. Then we can start cutting up this next big, long part of the train. All right, we're going to want to move it back to about right here. Just this one on the end. Because this one here... Oh, it's because it's a gap. Okay. That is a 767. But it's a gap 767. It is a heavy load here. Let's put it notch 3. This is a spooky shot here, huh? Ghosts of Trains Past. Is that a comedy? All right. Push this one back. That engine's getting a workout here. Notch 3. There we go. Right there should do. Let me in. Come on. Let me in. There we go. All right. Let's set the handbrake. Do the old bump. A notch 2 bump. That's kind of a hard bump. Let's come over here. Open this coupler. Close the angle cock. Put it in reverse. All right. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on pause just temporarily to save the game. Okay, now we're gonna grab onto this, and we're gonna back up. Here we go. Okay, so now we got to go over to this far track here. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a ride. How many cars we got now? 3 plus 3 is 6. We got 6 cars looking to get to 15. So we can run it on down to the, not to the Love Shack, but GP yard. Time for a drink. Okay, now this cut's probably going to be longer than the last cut we were doing, right? Yes, it is. Because this outermost track is long. It's not by much, though, but it is longer. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Into reverse. Let's go get this first one. See where we are at. Here we come. You can even see the ditch lights from here. You see them flashing on and off. Alrighty. I'm seeing trains out of quit by now. Trains out of said, nope. Can't go any further. It's too hard to see what's going on. But in this game, get out of Dodge. Right. Of course, we're not in Dodge. We're in Pecan, so we're good. And leap. Okay, what do we got here? We got a gap. What do we got here? We got a gap. What do we got here? We got a gap. Wow, lots of gaps. And this one is a 7. This one, yep, 767. The one after that is another 767. One after that is another 767. Okay, so let's, where are we going to stop these at? We're going to stop them way up here. So let's pull off as many 767s as we can. And I'm beginning to wonder, are those 767s going to, no, 3, going to fit on the 767 track? When I look, we had some room left. Just that I've added 2 or 3 cars. Get some engine. There you go. Well, there you sort of go. Get some more. Poor little shunter. He's thinking to himself, I didn't sign up for this. I'm an MP. I mean, I know that means multi-purpose, but come on now. Alrighty. 767. 767. 767. And the tanker after it. That's a stretch to actually make any kind of an accurate diagnosis. Wait till it gets closer. You got time. Another 767. Yeah, we're gonna have to really be careful on the 767s. With this many going there. These are gaps, right? Am I not reading these correctly? No, that's a gap. Okay. So we're up to the box car here. The green box car is the last one that's going to come off. Don't start making mistakes now. Been going so well up to this point. There we go. Let's move in. Well, let's wait for it to stop rolling. All right, give it a little bit more independent. It's a lot of weight for it to stop. All right. Oh, a little bit of roll yet. Some slack action there. Why can I not? Okay, there we go. No, not the angle cock. Handbrake here. This side, here, here. Okay, so these are definitely 767s. And 767s is this far one here, yeah. Okay. Here we go. Be a lot lighter for you. I hear it coming. There it is. Let's get on. All right. Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. Santa Fe. Is in Santa Fe, New Mexico? No. Is there another Santa Fe? Why is it getting dark? Is the engine going around a corner or something? Must be, because all of a sudden it got dark. The light's pointing over that way. Well, how about you take the throttle off before you apply that brake there, buddy? Now it's getting a little bit harder to see. Yep, 767 is the far, far track, and these are 767s, right? No, nobody else come out. Here we go. Yep. I think they're all set, right? Here we go. You know, it should brighten up when that engine comes back around that corner. What's my flashlight do now? Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that. It really illuminates everything. It doesn't, but, I mean, up close does a great job. So, you know, it's like a real flashlight. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty how much that works. Yeah, look, it's starting to swing now. Swing your partner round and round. Put a little bit of light on the ground. There you go. I thought those were light poles. Nope, they're trees. Future light poles. They got light poles up here around the office. How come they didn't give me no light poles out here so I can see better? I gotta think of everything. I'm the engineer. I'm the conductor. I got Smiling Jimmy, but he really ain't doing much. Well, I guess that's not true. He's driving the train right now, supposedly. Of course, they got those remote controls. You can do it that way now. So maybe he's really not doing that much at all. But I'm also, you know, the dispatcher. Well, no, that's not true either. Otto is the dispatcher. I'm the CEO. I do many dispatching duties. Yeah, okay. Let's put it at notch 3. Let's bail it, too. Yeah, we're going to put these 3 cars on there and see how much is left. Wow, I'll tell you, this is a lot of weight. What are you looking at right now? Yeah, look, it's 0.3 horsepower per ton right now. Yeah, see, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. I know the friction on these wheels is not a lot, but, I mean, it is some, right? Plus, the weight is something. You can't ignore the mass. Scooch a little bit this way. There we go. Line up where I'm going to stop it at. There we go. We'll go down and see exactly where we're at now. We've added these 3 cars on. There we go. Stop. Give me a bump. Will it give me a bump at 1? It should, right? All it's do is taking out the slack. No? All right, how about 2? Wow, geez, yeah. All right. And then come over here and close it. And then before we back off, let's fly down there. Back off the engine, not my character. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, it's a lot darker, harder to see now, isn't it? Okay, we still got room. There's the last car right there. Still got room for, I don't know, 10 or 15 cars, maybe? More on the 10 side than the 15? Here we go. Okay, back to what we were doing. Yeah, yeah. Love doing this. I know I say it every time, but I'm going to say it again because it's still true. Okay, now we're going to go get the next batch. After we see how many cars we got now. We have 5 plus 4 is 9. We're only 6 cars away now from going on down to the GP yard. Hearing that flange squeal. Cool. Oh, you know what else I recently did? Is I upgraded. I had Logitech speakers. It's not surround sound or anything. It's just 2 speakers and then a subwoofer. I had the Z333. I hear a train coming. Probably from behind us. Because of the horn I'm hearing. And I upgraded from the Z333 to the Z533. I gotta say, I like it. Yeah, it's the bigger number. It's higher wattage. I forget. I think my old ones were 30s. These are 60s. It is based on wattage, right? I think so. But anyway, it's bigger. It's louder. And now, as I'm sitting here, I get the rumble. A bit, a lot more rumble in the bass, and it's very cool. It's the train going back and forth. Is that the train way down there? Maybe it's coming from the other direction. Yeah, that's him. That's him coming from the other direction. I thought he was coming from behind us. He's actually coming from in front of us. All right. So this tanker here is a gap. All right. I was thinking earlier today, how much longer am I going to do this YouTube thing? You know, and right now it's indefinite, but there's got to be a time, right? Sometime in the future when I'm just not going to be able to do it anymore, or maybe not. Maybe can I do it into my 70s and 80s? It's a long time away. Don't get me wrong, but you know, when you got to stop? When I don't know the answer to that. Okay, so this is a gap here. That's a gap. That's a gap. And that's a gap. No. And that's a gap. Let's peek at the train. Hard to see. Looks like a Burlington Northern. Just 2 units. Is it a mixed freight? I see shadows. Tankers. Yeah, I think it's a mixed freight. Okay. Sorry, Smiling Jimmy. Go ahead now. We're done peering at the train. Cool. That's the level crossing here now. Alrighty. So we only need 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 right here we're pulling off for the gap. It's heavy, but every time we come back to pull this cut, it's getting lighter. So I'm pulling more and more cars off of it. Here we go. Suddenly I feel like I was talking about something, and then I got distracted by the train, and I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, what am I gonna cut off? That's right. I don't know. I mean, like I've said many times before, I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy recording it, and it's fun to see people, watch it and comment on it and everything else. And so I just do as long as I can, I guess. All right, so there's a 767 right there. That's not a gap. Kind of a grain hopper kind of a deal. And then there's a 768. Okay, so we can do a 768 too. We might as well go to the next gap, right? There's a 767. Going around the corner now. Here's a 768. Bulkhead. It really does get dark. There's a gap. Okay. Hello, gap. All right, let's apply a whole lot of independent brake. Just a ton of it. All right, put in some train brake, too. Auto brake. Past where I normally like to set it out, but there's plenty of room here. Ooh, look, you can see it now. Oh, that's the end of it. Okay, so let's go here. There we go. We can set the handbrake, open the coupler. Now, this is the first gap right here, right? Get Procore. And then over here, we want to close the angle cock and open the coupler here. This first one is... No. I think it's 768, isn't it? Yeah, it's a 768 which is the inner track. Yes. All right. Start those brakes recharging. Wait, they recharge awful quickly. Notch 2, baby. There we go. Backing on up. We got to switch that one. I suppose I could have went over there and switched that before I threw this. Or before I got back on this, I mean. What are you going to do? We'll get up there. We'll slow down if we need to. Run out. Flip the switch and get back on the train. Probably with not within the regular CSX safety protocols. But as I say always, safety third. That's what we're doing here. Some slack action. Just throw it a notch two. Just throw it a notch two. You're not going to hurt anything. Seen a lot of videos where they always say, you got to start up slow because you don't want to break the coupler. Yeah. But really? I'm thinking about how I'm driving here. Man, I suppose I could do an experiment, just say, get a big long train going, right? Lash onto a nice long cut. And then just throw it notch 8. See if I break any couplers. All right, now we got some switching to do over on this side because some of these are 768s and some of these are 767s. All right, there we go. We're going to jump off, walk over here, throw the switch, come back over here. Look at that. I got this. I got this. Give it a little bit more oomph. And a 768 track, as we saw, was very wide open. It's probably got 30 more cars, I'll bet you. Okay, here it comes. We're coming up on 2 hours of overtime. As a train crew member, I'm delighted. But as a CEO, I'm horrified. Overtime is no good as a CEO. Okay, 768. Here's a 768. We got it in notch 2 and nothing's happening. Put it in notch 3. There we go. Now we got some action. That's a 768. How about the one before it here? Our flashlight's actually be very helpful right now. That's a 767. We're going to stop it right here. Right about in this area ought to be good. There we go. It's a hard stop. This is going to be too much strain, I'll bet you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now we'll bump it. We're just routinely now going past notch 1. Okay. Throw it in reverse. Here we go. And I have never broken a coupler on this A-line route. I've played the California route, and going up the mountains was extremely frustrating. Of course, back then, I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now, so maybe if I went back, I would be like, why was I having a problem with this before? But getting up the mountains, forget it. Especially if you had to come to a complete stop and then start up again, forget it. Every time I started, I broke a coupler. I was like, this is impossible. Okay, here we go. Jump off here. Throw the switch. Back onto here. Yes, sir. All right. You know one thing I found frustrating in Derail Valley, if you've ever played it before, is you go to they got all kinds of new stuff. You actually have to at one point, like if you want to put a beacon on your locomotive, you just don't buy it. You got to buy it and then you got to install it. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I did the tutorial just to familiarize myself, and here I am. You got to get this this bracket. You got to drill that and then solder that to the top of the cab, and then you got to put the light on. You got to, I don't know, I can't remember if I soldered that or if I taped it. Then you got to hook up the electrical, and then you got to put solder a button that controls it down in the control back down in the in the cab. It was crazy. It's fun, but it was crazy complicated. But the thing that kind of frustrated me a little bit, I mean, not a lot, it's a little complaint, is that, this is back 768 again after this. This is one we're going to put on here. Yeah, notch 2 ain't going to do it. Put it in notch 3. Is that you go into the shop and I bought a flashlight for $7,000, which seems like a lot of money. You know, I mean, I could see paying as much as $2,000 or $3,000, but $7,000 for a flashlight seems like a lot. You know, it's just for game balancing purposes if they put that in there for that kind of money. But anywho, what got me frustrated was when I had the flashlight, it made it easier for me to see, you know, like this does. But then you could manipulate nothing while you have the flashlight in your hand. You can't do any uncoupling. You can't do anything. So I'm like, well, what's the sense of the flashlight? Because then as soon as I, of course, turn the flashlight off, it's dark again. And I'm searching around in the dark trying to figure out where everything is. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's no, like I said, it's not a game breaker for me. I'm going to continue playing that game for a very long time because it's a very good game. All right, give me a bump here, please. Oh, wow. That was really loud. Okay, come over here. There we go. Yep, got that set. Got this set. Got this set. Now we got to go back to 767. Check that, 768. Center beam. There we go. A little bit more. Give me a little bit more there. There you go. Then we're going to stop it. And we're going to stop it. Why? Because we have reached the end of the video. Yes, sirree, Bob. Just working hard here in the pecan yard has been extremely fun. I've really liked this a lot. I hope you guys have too. So that's the end of episode 57. And episode 58 will be coming out, I don't know, 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, somewhere around there now that I have so many series. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that this center beam is a Canadian national, now why would that bother you? Why would that bother you? If that kind of thing does bother you, well, this truly may not be the channel for you.